What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we're going to have a look at the flip car. No brand, no other title, it's just the flip car. This thing is pretty nuts. I know nothing about it. I can't even remember what or where or when I got it. I think I might have gotten it off Race Department, like literally at some point late last or early last year, maybe late the year before. But as you can see, it's an absolute abomination. It's some kind of like Mad Max Go-Kart, 3-seated with 2 either side behind you and one in the center in the middle. Robot Wars kind of abomination, but I love it. Like, and it's got, what I can tell by the looks of the amount of pipes, is that it's a V8, because there's no information like in Content Manager or wherever like that. There's like no information about it whatsoever. So you have to basically just kind of go with what you can see and what I'll probably hear when I get into the car. I might be able to identify it as a V8. But as far as the stats, it has what it calls 354 CV. Now CV isn't the unit of measurement that I'm familiar with like at all, so I don't know what that means basically. Yeah, so I'm just editing the video. I thought I'd throw this in here. I looked it up. CV is basically, it's French for like horsepower. Essentially there's no translation difference, but it's a metric horsepower. So 1 metric horsepower is equal to 0.9-ish horsepower, essentially, like standard horsepower. So yeah, just a slightly different way of calculating it. I'm presuming the guy who created it would be French. I'm not entirely sure where they use it. So yeah, that's basically it. Nothing crazy, no mad conversion like you might get with like kilowatts like they use in Australia, like, which makes watching Mighty Car Mods very tricky sometimes. But yeah, basically that's what it is. So that's why there's the slight difference there, 345 versus 354 versus 349. So yeah, not a huge difference, but just interesting to know. But it has 303 Newton meters of torque. Again, conversion will be there. I'll also put up the CV version as well into like horsepower, just so we know. And here's the funnest part: it only weighs 420 blaze it kilos, which is basically no weight at all to speak of. Like, that's almost certainly under 1,000 pounds, under a ton. It has, yeah, a fair amount of newton meters of torque. It has 354 CVs, which I'm presuming are good. Who knows? Like, maybe it's I was gonna say maybe it's electric and that's like something volts or something like that, but no idea. But yeah, we are going to do the usual now. We're going to take it into VR after some beauty shots of it, and we're going to have a look around in the cockpit, see if it passes the VR test, which, judging by the Content Manager showroom, it should. It actually looks surprisingly like high quality and like decently made. Like, it looks like it's got all the kind of good shadows that you want. The textures look pretty good from this distance, at least. Obviously when we get in the headset we'll see. We'll obviously take a look behind us and see if we can see the engine and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm just really stoked, super interested to see what it's like. But yeah, after that then we're going to have the sound test and see what it sounds like. We're going to see if that is the V8 in the background. And then lastly, as usual, we're going to take it out for a single lap at Nürburgring. Obviously in this case not going for any kind of record-breaking times, but just to see what a flip car handles like. I'm sure you could set up some kind of like private servers and have an absolute blast with doing all kinds of tricks and fun game modes and stuff like that with a car like this. But yeah, definitely just an interesting one, and I thought I'd try it out for the video. So meet you out on the track. Okay, so right off the bat, there's issues. It's all black. Like, it's all just completely pitch black. I don't know what's going on. You can see in a Content Manager they didn't have this problem. It was all fully textures and all that, but like, you can't make anything out. It's all just completely matte black. So I have absolutely no idea what's happened to cause this, unfortunately. So it would have been a cool like look around the interior and all that kind of stuff. Would it has just translated into well, I guess the dashboard is kind of nice, and the wheel is a more wheel with a button, so shame about that. But however, we can do the audio test, so let's have a listen. Sounds really nice. Can't tell if it is the V12. I'm presuming it is. It's just like a differently sounding one. It just sounds a little thinner than I would have expected, like, but as we take it outside, so yeah, it definitely sounds badass. It's just, it doesn't sound obviously as like kind of identifiable as I would have thought. I would have thought like it'd be like a rumbling kind of American V8 sound, but yeah, it sounds like like some kind of like motorsport V8, like, as opposed to like a rumbling street car, like old muscle car type of one. But anyway, let's get onto the track. Now, I do anticipate there being a lot of fog breaks. I'm already like very warm before I even start recording, and I've had to take a few quick breathers already. So let us get going. And as there isn't a digital dash, I'm gonna have to use the dash, or the gear app basically. And the usual disclaimer, I'm using my paddles as I don't have a separate shifter at the moment. I have to wait until I get paid at the end of the month for that. So without further ado, Right, so it does seem to be a sequential gearbox anyway. So these floppy paddles do seem to be able to do the job. Fog brake already. Right, so it's only got 5 gears, which is interesting. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's gone. Alright. We won't take that personally. I haven't even started the lap yet, so let's just call that a teething problems. Whoa, okay, right. Okay, we still haven't started the lap yet. They don't count, so. Like, I'm trying to work out how to drive it. Like, obviously with the stats that it has, but like looking like, oh god, oversteer correction is not this car's strong point at the moment. Yeah, it looks like a go-kart, so you try to drive it like one, and then you remember it has literally no downforce. So, I mean, not the go-karts do, but like, yeah, wow, what a strange experience. Like, it has the grip, and then it doesn't, and it just doesn't. Like, it doesn't give you any warning that it doesn't. Brakes are good though. Being a bit more ginger now after that first start, like taking her a little more easily. Fog brake. Like, I wish I could describe it. Like, I straight up cannot see anything. I don't know if anybody else that plays VR gets this. Just yeah, it's absolutely a nightmare. The amount of steam, I just flat out can't see anything on the screen. Like, I can't even see. Like, I straight up can't see the next corner ahead of me. So let's go to the jump and see what happens. Airborne, I wonder. No, surprisingly no. Just gotta ease off a little bit, cause oh god, no, cause of that basically. Oh man, all right. You know, keep going. This Steve is an absolute nightmare. But yeah, so you know, taking corners flat out, probably not the greatest call. Putting in the slightest little steering inputs there. Oh, good lord. Also, having to work hard in a car like this is also exacerbating the heat and the steam, the fog issue, so it's a not great combination altogether. But there is just a general foggy haze over the screen now that I can't really do much about. It's also not super clear just by the sound that you've downshifted. Oh, Jesus, okay. Yeah, like when you're downshifting, there's no like, it doesn't kind of blip or anything that super noticeably. Oh god, this is definitely not going to be flat out. So let's just gently ease her around. Okay. Oh god, you just start to feel it going. There's a panic like. Alright, we're true. So I'm using RTX voice. I'm actually going to try and open the window to see if that'll let a bit cool air in and keep me cool, because I'm literally having to stop every couple of minutes, every minute or two. Like. So there is advantages that they're starting up outside, but if RTX is doing its job right, you shouldn't be able to hear it. So let's try to continue and hopefully be a bit cooler. That just reminded me, as usual, I'm oh god, I'm gone. That's what I am. I'm using the stock tune. Yeah, so I have no idea. I didn't even check to see what tires it is. What tires that has on, I should say. Oh god, miss is dreadful. Oh, so gingerly. Oh my god, I genuinely don't know how we made it around that. Oh, it's so intense. Should be relatively okay around here. It's not as sharp as the other one. It's weirdly like absolutely fine and okay in some points, but then just atrocious and just not happening at others. Touching the curbs is just basically the absolute large no, and overcorrecting like that. Like your instinct is just to overcorrect to try and catch it, and it just doesn't like that whatsoever. We're maxing out at about 150. Oh no! Oh my god, okay. Surprisingly enough, haven't flipped yet. I mean, I know it's the intention is to flip other cars, but yeah. I mean, that's like, I lifted off through there, but like I didn't expect it to be that relatively okay and smooth, and I tried to stay flat out relatively. But no joy. As we approach the carousel, let's see. Oh god, it's not gonna stop in time. It's not gonna stop in time. Hey, it handled it better than the Yaris did. Mostly. Oh, good lord. The windows, they do nothing. Yeah, opening the window didn't really help like at all. Especially not with a car that's just this intense to drive. Like, so that's basically. I was gonna say that's basically flat out through there. It should be flat out through there, but not in this thing at all. Ugh. Like, I'd like to be an actually skilled driver that could take a car like this and actually make it around without crashing like at all, but it's just, it is beyond my skill range, I think. Approach the YouTube section, as I say all the time. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You expect that you're going to mess up, so invariably you do. But it's handling it okay so far. And there it goes. Can we save it? Yeah, finally we saved one. And at the YouTube corner, so I'll take that. That's a win for the lap. Oh, it just doesn't like to be overcorrected. It's like a go-kart in that way. Very reactive to your corrections when you have like an oversteer moment. Keep wanting to shift up, but there's just nothing else there. You're in top gear or fifth gear. Oh, this isn't going to end well. Oh, dab with the brakes there just to keep us in line. Oh my god, Lord have mercy. I actually don't even know where I'd find this car if I was to try and look for it. I will obviously leave the link below if I can find it, but we are sort of gathering it. I was literally just about to say, like, oh, we're sort of gathering it, other than the little wobble at the YouTube corner. We haven't really had too many errors, but or since then I should say. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, no, this has not been great. Not my finest hour. I'm not gonna lie. But again, first lap, first time ever driving the car. That's the point of these videos. It's more to just to see how they react first time off, rather than like, hey, I've done 1,000 laps and this is how all the little nuances of the car is based on my incredible driving experience and talent. Like, no, it's just I'm a dumb monkey and this is how I badly drive these crazy cars around this outrageous track, basically. But we are capping at 145 by the looks of it. I'd say it'd get to 150. I think we were closer to 150 at certain points throughout the lap. But yes, we are coming into the pits. But we're swinging around town. Brakes are very good as well. I think I said it earlier on the lap, but the brakes are very, very good. Yeah, it's just like a crazy, no low downforce, no downforce. Basically, it's got that wing on the back, but that's not really doing anything. How to describe that? Very go-karty like. It is very go-karty. That snap oversteer and then trying to catch it and swing it the other way, like that is very like the physics that you see in go-karts in these kind of games. But just obviously with a lot more power. Whatever that CV was, 305 or whatever was CV. Yeah, just absolute madness. So yeah, apologies for all the fog breaks. I know that's very annoying having to keep cutting and stuff like that, but Jesus, I just can't. Like, there's literally nothing I can do about it. I tried to open the window, didn't help. Also, I tried a new lighting system. My sister bought a ring light for her makeup stuff, which I just commandeered while they've left, while the house is empty. And I'm trying to see what this looks like. I think it's worked. I haven't got the settings correct, 100% correct, but as far as the car, yeah, definitely worth trying out at least. It's a very interesting experience. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm sure I'll be able to find it somewhere, so I'll leave the link in the description. And other than that, yeah, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.